Are you ready to finally get back into shape in 2025? 2024 has been a struggle with you not being able to meet your fitness goals. Whether you're starting from scratch, or you're trying to bounce back from an injury, or you've just realised that you've hit 40 and you really ought to think about getting into shape. There's loads of misinformation out there on the internet. You've scrolled Instagram, you've seen all the super fit guys on YouTube, and you just don't know where to start. Well, there's a few principles that you can stick to. Some ideas to get you started, to get you out there. You're going to want to know about your diet. I prefer to call it nutrition. A diet is a fad. Nutrition is something that you have for life. You're going to want to know about your exercise. Maybe you don't know where to start with exercise. You're anxious about going into a gym. You've never exercised. You just don't know what to do. And all this stuff is great because there's loads of info out there on the internet. You don't know which info to go with and what not to go with. And even when you do, you've got a huge problem. And that huge problem is accountability. We are going to talk about accountability in a little while to give you some great tips on how you can not just get started, but not fall off the wagon like you have done so many times in 2024. And let's not forget the key thing that you didn't do in 2024 that you must do in 2025, and that's be consistent. So let's start with nutrition. If you want to burn fat, then you need to be in a calorie deficit. If you want to burn fat and build muscle, you need to prioritize protein. The calculations are quite complicated because we're going to start talking about basal metabolic rate and your total daily energy expenditure. It's probably a whole video in itself. What I would say is keep it simple to start with. Everybody knows to stay away from this processed shit. It's well documented that processed food is not good for you. Try and avoid things like cans of pop and chocolate bars and crisps, pastries. Aim for whole foods, things that are a single ingredient, like lean meats, eggs, fruit, veg. Make sure you're using this thing. Cook for yourself. Create things from scratch. Enjoy the process. Enjoy your food. Have fun making it. Make sure you're planning your meals. This is where a lot of people go wrong. They don't write a list of what they need when they go shopping, so they just get what looks nice at the time. Plan your meals a week in advance, write your shopping list, buy what you need, cook it from fresh. You won't go far wrong doing that. So you kind of know what you're doing with nutrition, but you've got to link that with something. You've got to link it with exercise. You don't have to have an expensive personal trainer or a gym membership or spend hours on a treadmill. Get out the house and go for a walk. If you try walking for 30 minutes a day, every day, all week, that's going to be 3.5 hours you're going to be walking extra a week that you wouldn't normally be exercising. And you don't necessarily need your own gym. Just grab yourself a set of these and just train in your living room. You don't need loads of space. We're going to have some full body dumbbell workouts coming up in the new year, so make sure you check them out. Finally, this is a big one, accountability. You are much more likely to succeed at something if you've told somebody that you're going to do it. You're much more likely to succeed at something if you've got a group of people around you reminding you of what you said you're going to do. How often have you made plans with someone that you don't really want to do, but you go along anyway because you feel accountable? You can create great accountability. You can create it by telling people on social media what you're going to do. If you've got a following of people, you'll feel obliged to do it. You can create accountability by joining groups. We've got this great Discord that you can join. I'm going to leave a link in the description. If you want to come into the Discord and meet other people who are trying to do what you're doing, that can create great accountability. And then there's just the accountability of your friends and family. Find someone who can hold you accountable and tell them what it is that you're trying to do. You can also participate in online fitness classes where you can meet people, meet groups of people, and everybody's trying to achieve the same thing. And then, of course, there's the ways that aren't quite so free. You can hire yourself a personal trainer or a coach. Personal trainers and coaches, although they do come with an expense, are absolute gold dust when it comes to accountability. Nearly everything that I've achieved in the last 2 years, I've achieved because I've paid for coaches to keep me accountable. So whether you're going to go with a free option or whether you're going to go with a paid option, creating accountability is going to be key to helping you achieve your goals in 2025. And that brings us on to consistency. You must be consistent when you do this, not just for a day or 2 days or a week or a month. This is for 2025. You need to make this a way of life. I'm going to be doing loads of videos about this. So again, make sure you check those out. And in summary, think about how much you move, think about your exercise, think about your lifelong nutrition. Couple this with what we're going to talk about in the next video, good sleep, making sure you hydrate, thinking positive, and all these things put together can make your 2025 the best year you've ever had. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of our content. Achieve your goals, guys, and choose life.